I have no choice but to find a good lawyer who knows how to deal with this stuff and fight this. We have to fight this because you're right. If they're going to come at me, they'll come at you. And then they're going to go at americanuckradio.com. And then they're going to go at realityradio101.com. And then they're going to go at realclearisrael.org. They're going to go at everybody. And that's an issue. I don't want that. But here's the other, this is my biggest concern. And if I get teary-eyed on this, I apologize in advance. If I go to prison for this, every Canadian out there is going to begin to hate every Muslim out there. And that is not what I want. I don't want a war where Canadians look at Kevin Johnston went to jail for criticizing Islam. My son is going to go to jail for this. Let's go and get Muslims. I don't want that because that is civil war. I don't want civil war. Canada is a beautiful place. It's my home. It's what I love. And it's going to fall apart if I go to prison. And that's the position that the Crown has put themselves in. If they put me in prison, Muslims are going to start to get assaulted, beat up, perhaps even killed countrywide. I don't want that.
What do you make of that? I think that's a bit over the top. I don't think Muslims are going to be assaulted or killed because of him. I think that's a bit of solipsism, a bit of drama. And I thought that was a weird thing to say, frankly, but there is a grain of truth to it, and that is, if Kevin Johnston is unfairly prosecuted and unfairly convicted and unfairly punished, and if people come to believe that Islam is now the one protected idea in society that you cannot criticize, let alone mock, and that Muhammad is the one historical figure you cannot question, let alone condemn, and that Islam is the one religion that you cannot blaspheme, if people think that is now how it is in Canada, and all of the people who are supposed to guarantee our freedoms are actually colluding to undo the freedoms, what Daniel Pipes called the 5P professionals, the police, the prosecutors, the press, the politicians, and the professors. If those 5 fancy groups of people can no longer be counted on to protect us, not only from the predations of radical Islam itself, not only from terrorism or creeping Sharia law, but even to protect our freedom to criticize it ourselves, even if they're too cowardly to criticize it, well, you might well see people starting to take things into their own hands, as in, if you are no longer allowed to peacefully or journalistically criticize Islam, if you no longer have that safety valve of peaceful verbal expression of your grievances, if your natural feelings of distress or even hatred towards radical Islam are now banned by the state, if the government spends more time and effort attacking people who hate the problems with Islam than they do tackling the problems with Islam, then I suppose that dire and extreme prediction by Kevin Johnston might actually come true.
That's an excerpt from my daily TV show, The Ezra Levant Show. Normally it's behind a paywall, but I thought you'd like this video, so we put it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to watch the daily show every day, including always 2 interviews a day, and I read my hate mail, just click on this screen and become a premium member.